Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a young woman named Amy. She lived in a small village. Her life was simple and ordinary, but she always felt an unspeakable emptiness and fear inside, as if something important was missing from her life. One day, while walking on the outskirts of the village, Amy stumbled upon a path. Out of curiosity, she decided to follow it. The path led to an ancient library, filled with books. The shelves were filled with all kinds of books. There, Amy found a very special book, The 12 Rules of Life. She was intrigued by one of the rules in the book. Take responsibility for your life. It struck a chord in her heart. It made her think about her lifestyle and her choices. This story teaches us that there are turning points in everyone's life, and those turning points often come from places we don't expect. Through this book, Amy began to understand that life isn't something that just happens. It's something we have to take control of and shape. And that's one of the central messages of the 12 Rules of Life. Dear friends, just like Amy's life challenges, we all face decisions and choices. Let's dive into this book and discover the laws that can guide us to a better life. Hello and welcome to Audible Wisdom. I wish you all a happy listening experience. Up next, getting to the heart of the 12 Rules of Life book. This book is written by the famous psychologist Dr. Jordan Peterson. It's not just a personal life guide. It's an insight into modern society. Through these rules, Dr. Peterson shows us how to find meaning, order, and responsibility in the challenging modern world. Now let me take you through each of these 12 rules. Rule 1. Stand up straight and keep your shoulders straight. This law is much more than a literal one. It symbolizes our attitude toward life's challenges. Imagine standing tall with your head held high. You are sending a message of confidence and strength, not just to others, but to yourself. This change in body language inspires inner strength. It's like the way an athlete prepares for a race. It's a way to build confidence and prepare for a challenge. Rule 2. Mind your own business, don't blame others. There will always be problems and challenges in our lives. This rule encourages us to look at what we can do when we are faced with a problem, rather than immediately looking for an external source of blame. For example, if you're having trouble at work, you should look at your own work methods to see if there's anything you can do to improve them, rather than immediately blaming your coworkers or your environment. This attitude not only helps us solve problems more effectively, it also promotes personal accountability and growth. Rule 3. Harmonize with others, but don't forget yourself. In interpersonal relationships, we often have to balance our own needs with the expectations of others. This rule reminds us that while it's important to live in harmony with others, it's also important to maintain our independence and individuality. For example, respecting the opinions of others, but also expressing our own opinions and ideas. Rule 4. Compare your own today and yesterday, not someone else's. In today's world of social media, we often get caught up in other people's lives, and even fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to them. This rule reminds us that true progress comes from self-comparison. Focusing on our own growth and progress, rather than the performance of others, is the key to personal development. Rule 5. Make every room a little better. This rule is about making our daily lives better. Importantly, it's not just literally about rooms. It's a metaphor for any environment we live in. It means that wherever we are, we should strive to make it better, even the smallest changes. Rule 6. Get your life in order before you criticize the world. This is a rule of introspection. Before criticizing the outside world, we should first examine and improve our own behavior and life. This is not only a mature attitude, but also the basis for personal and social change. Rule 7. Pursue what is meaningful, not just what is pleasurable. In the pursuit of fleeting pleasures, it's more important to seek deeper meaning and fulfillment. This may mean facing more challenges and difficulties, but in the end, it will lead to a more lasting and enriching life experience. Rule 8. Speak honestly, or at least don't lie. Honesty is not only a moral principle, it's the cornerstone of trust and healthy relationships. This rule stresses honesty in communication, both with others and with yourself. Rule 9. Assume that there is a reason for everything you hear. This rule encourages us to try to understand the other person's point of view and situation before making a judgment. Through empathy, we can better understand the many facets of a situation. Rule 10. Be kind to others. Kindness is not only a virtue, it's also a strength. This rule reminds us that, through acts of kindness, we can have a positive impact on those around us and on society as a whole. Rule 11. Don't interfere when your child is skateboarding in the street. This rule emphasizes the importance of allowing children the freedom to explore and learn. By allowing children to experience and solve problems on their own, they can learn how to deal with risks and challenges. Rule 12. If you meet a cat, try to pet it. It's about enjoying the small, beautiful moments in life. It reminds us that even in the midst of our busy, stressful lives, it's important to be aware of the little things that bring us joy and peace. Dear listener, if we analyze these laws in depth, we can see that they aren't just simple guidelines. They are wisdom for life. They teach us how to navigate the challenges of our modern world and achieve personal growth. Next, we'll look at how these laws manifest in social phenomena, and how they apply to our lives, and how we can apply them in our daily lives. Stay tuned. Now let's connect the wisdom of the 12 laws of life to current social phenomena. Let's explore the meaning of these laws in real life. First, let's look at Rule 1. Stand up straight and keep your shoulders straight. In today's fast-paced society, we often face pressures and challenges. For example, competition at work, busy lives. All of these can make us feel frustrated and exhausted. But this rule reminds us to stay strong and confident even under pressure. Think of all the people who have persevered in the face of adversity. You are the living embodiment of this rule. Let's move on to Rule 2. Mind your own business, don't blame others. In the age of social media, we often see people rushing to speak out online and blaming external factors when they face problems. However, this rule advocates looking inward first and seeking internal solutions. This attitude of self-reflection and taking responsibility is the mature mentality we should have when solving problems. About Rule 3. Live in harmony with others, but don't forget yourself. In today's society, we are often challenged by group pressures and social expectations. It is important to maintain independence and principles while seeking social recognition. This is what many innovators and thinkers do. They respect others while insisting on their independent thinking. Rule number 4. Compare today to yesterday, not to someone else's today. In the age of social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others. But true growth comes from self-reflection and comparison. Successful people, for example, tend to focus on their own progress and accomplishments rather than the accomplishments of others. Rule 5. Make every room a little better. This can be understood as, in our daily life and work, through small changes and efforts, gradually improving our environment and quality of life. For example, some environmental activists have gradually improved our ecological environment through small efforts such as reducing the use of plastic. Rule 6. Get your own life in order before you criticize the world. This is especially true for current social movements. Real change comes first from personal self-improvement in action. Before we can criticize society for its injustices, we must make sure that our behavior and our lives are consistent with our values. Rule 7. Seek meaningful things, not just pleasure. In our modern world of material abundance and spiritual emptiness, the pursuit of deeper fulfillment has become even more important. Many social activists and volunteers have proven through their meaningful work that life is truly worth more than fleeting pleasures. Rule 8. Speak honestly, or at least don't lie. In the information age, honesty and transparency have become increasingly important. Whether in politics or in everyday life, honesty is the cornerstone of trust and effective communication. Rule 9. Assume that there is a reason for everything you hear. In our society, especially in the midst of controversy and conflict, the importance of trying to understand another person's point of view cannot be overstated. Through empathy, we can build more harmonious social relationships. Rule 10. Be kind to others. In today's world of conflict and division, kindness and compassion are extremely valuable qualities. Whether in personal relationships or social interactions, acts of kindness can have a positive impact. Rule 11. Don't interfere when your child is skateboarding on the street. This is especially important in the area of education and parenting. Give your child the freedom to explore and learn. Even if it's risky, it's an important part of their growth and learning. And finally, rule number 12. If you meet a cat, try to pet it. This rule reminds us, even in the midst of busyness and stress, remember to appreciate the little things in life. This attention to and appreciation of the details of life is the key to finding peace and happiness in our fast-paced lives. Dear listeners, by analyzing the 12 laws of life in relation to current social phenomena, not only can we better understand the deeper meaning of these laws, we can also see how they manifest in our daily lives. Next, let's discuss how to apply the wisdom of the 12 rules of life to personal growth and self-improvement. Each rule contains profound life wisdom. Now I will give you specific practical suggestions one by one. Rule 1. Stand up straight and keep your shoulders straight. Try to change your body language in your daily life. Every morning when you stand in front of the mirror, straighten your back. Keep your head up and your chest out. This simple act can change the way you feel about yourself. It will make you feel more confident and positive. Rule 2. Don't blame others for your problems. When faced with a problem, first ask yourself, what can I do to make this situation better? Instead of looking for someone else to blame, you'll find that you're better able to solve problems on your own, rather than waiting for a solution. Rule 3. Harmonize with others, but don't forget yourself. In social interactions, make sure your opinions are heard. Learn to respect others while maintaining your own point of view. This balance will help you build healthy relationships. Rule 4. Compare today to yesterday, not someone else's. Set personal goals and track your progress. Remember, your competition is the person you were yesterday, not the person you see on social media. Through continuous self-improvement, you'll become more focused on your own growth. Rule 5. Make every room a little better. Find small changes in your daily life that can improve your environment. For example, organize your workspace or add some greenery to your home. These small actions can dramatically improve your quality of life. Rule 6. Clean up your own life before you criticize the world. Before you complain about society's problems, examine your own behavior to see if it's consistent with your values. Be part of the change you want to see in society, starting with yourself. Rule 7. Pursue what is meaningful, not just what is fun. Find what's truly important to you and invest your time and energy in it. Whether it's your family, your career, or a hobby, long-term commitment and dedication will bring lasting satisfaction. Rule 8. Speak truthfully, or at least don't lie. Always be honest and transparent in your communications. This not only builds trust in others, but also raises your own moral standards. Rule 9. Assume that there is a reason for everything you hear. When interacting with people, try to understand their point of view, even if you don't agree with it. This practice of empathy will help you build deeper understanding and respect. Rule 10. Be kind to others. Practice kindness in your everyday life, whether it's with family, friends, or strangers. Perform a small act of kindness each day. These acts can positively affect your attitude and the people around you. Rule 11. Don't interfere when your child is skateboarding on the street. If you're a parent, allow your kids to take risks and explore. Not only will this help them grow, but it will also teach them how to manage themselves and face challenges. Rule 12. If you meet a cat, try to pet it. In your busy life, find those moments that make you feel happy and relaxed. It could be a quiet morning, a cup of coffee, or a walk. These are the moments that make your life richer and more meaningful. Dear listener, by incorporating these laws into our daily lives, we can not only achieve personal growth, but also improve the quality of our lives. Each of these laws is a guide to action. They lead us to a more fulfilling and satisfying life. Together, let's put these laws into practice and become a better version of ourselves. Now let's explore how we can deepen our understanding of the 12 laws of life through expert guidance and life enlightenment. In this section, we will combine the opinions of experts, psychological theories, and the experiences of historical figures and celebrities to further explore the deeper meaning of these laws. First, let's understand them from a psychological perspective. Rule 1. Stand up straight and keep your shoulders square. Psychologists have found that body language not only affects how others view us, but also our own mental state. Psychologists like Amy Cuddy has shown through experiments that adopting an authoritative posture can actually increase our confidence and reduce stress. Next, consider Rule 2. Mind your own business and don't blame others. This reflects the concept of internal locus of control in psychology. Internal locus of control is a psychological mindset. It indicates that an individual believes he or she is in control of his or her life. Great people in history, such as Nelson Mandela, always insisted on self-reflection and self-improvement during his 27 years in prison, instead of complaining about the environment. Rule 3. Live in harmony with others, but don't forget yourself. It reminds us to maintain our self-worth in social interactions. Psychologist Eric Fromm emphasized that true freedom comes from a balance between self-actualization and self-expression. Throughout history, people such as Martin Luther King have not only demonstrated harmony with others in his peaceful protests, but also expressed his own ideas firmly. Law 4. Compare your own today to yesterday instead of comparing someone else's today. This goes along with the idea of positive psychology. Focus on your personal strengths and progress, not on others. Successful people like Bill Gates have built their careers on comparing themselves to the past, not to others. Rule 5. Make every room a little better. Reflects the idea of environmental psychology, and that the environment has a significant impact on our psychology and behavior. Like Marie Curie, her small changes in the lab eventually led to great scientific discoveries. Rule 6. Get your life in order before you criticize the world. In line with self-determination theory. This theory emphasizes that when people feel that their lives are their own choice and control, they will be happier and more productive. Gandhi's philosophy of life is a great example. He advocated changing yourself before changing the world. Rule 7. Pursue meaningful things, not just happiness. In line with Viktor Frankl's existential psychotherapy, it emphasizes finding the deeper meaning of life. For example, Steve Jobs searched for the deeper meaning of life while pursuing professional success. Rule 8. Speak honestly, or at least don't lie. In line with psychologist Carl Rogers' concept of authenticity, Rogers believed that sincerity and transparency are the keys to building good interpersonal relationships. The historical honest Lincoln is an outstanding representative of this concept. Rule 9. Assume that everything you hear has a reason. It inspires empathy. Psychologist Daniel Goleman suggests that empathy is the key to emotional intelligence. Religious leaders like the Dalai Lama promote the law of peace through understanding and empathy. Rule 10. Be kind to others. It is consistent with the view of positive psychology. Kindness and positive interpersonal interactions are essential to our happiness. Mother Teresa's life is a vivid interpretation of this principle. Rule 11. Don't interfere when your child is skateboarding on the street. It reflects the importance of children's independent learning and exploration in developmental psychology. Montessori education is based on this concept. Encourage children to explore freely. And finally, Rule 12. When you meet a cat, try to pet it. It's a reminder to appreciate the little things in life. This is consistent with the concept of positive thinking and living in the moment. Appreciating the little things in life. Like the poet Robert Frost, his work is a celebration of the simple things in life. Dear listener, by combining expert opinion, psychological theory, and the experiences of historical figures and celebrities, we can gain a deeper understanding of the 12 laws of life. These laws are not only a guide for living, they are also a source of personal growth and wisdom. Let us continue on this path of wisdom to find deeper enlightenment in life. Now let's move on to the conclusion of this talk. After our discussion, we can see that the 12 Laws of Life is not just a book. It's a guide to how to live, grow, and progress in modern society. These laws go beyond simple advice on how to live. They touch on the deeper challenges and opportunities we face as Dear listeners, I'm here not only to emphasize the importance of these laws in today's society. I would like to encourage all listeners to apply them in their own lives. Let's think about how we can translate these rules into concrete actions in our daily lives. Whether it's standing up straight with confidence, or learning to express ourselves honestly. Each of these rules has its own application in our lives. I encourage you to start today by trying to put them into practice. Maybe you could start with rule number 1. Every morning, stand up straight in front of the mirror and lift your chest. Begin your day with confidence. Or when things get tough, think about rule number 2. Remind yourself to look at yourself first instead of blaming others. These small practices will gradually lead us to a more mature, resilient, and fulfilling life. Remember, these rules are not just theoretical guidelines. They're practical wisdom that can be applied to our daily lives. Every effort, no matter how big or small, is a step forward. Let's work together to incorporate these laws into our lives and become better versions of ourselves. Finally, I hope that everyone will continue to explore and practice these laws in the days ahead. Let us look forward to exploring the next book. We will continue to explore more topics about life, growth, and wisdom. Thank you for listening. May your life become better because of these laws.